Hare Krishna. So we are seeing here a very, very important instruction, important message from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. To whom? To Arjuna and to all of us. So Krishna, he gave his identity, as in the universal form, he gave the identity that I am time, the greatest destroyer. And why am I here? I'm here to kill everyone. So what is Arjuna supposed to do? Arjuna is just supposed to get up and fight and just become the instrument in the hands of the Lord. And we saw in the previous video that the goal of life is to work in accordance to the desire of Lord Krishna. And for us, for Arjuna, it was the desire of Krishna so that Arjuna should fight. And for us, the desire of Krishna is we should break the cycle of birth and death and go back home, back to Godhead. So we need to work in accordance to the desire of Lord Sri Krishna by intensely practicing devotional service. Now, the Lord is making some important statements. Because Arjuna had some doubts previously. As in the first chapter, he had some doubts. And that now the Lord is clearing in the 11th chapter. In this particular shloka, shloka number 34. So let's see that. droṇaṁ ca bhīṣmaṁ ca jayadrathaṁ ca karṇaṁ tathānyān api yodha-vīrān mayā hatāṁs tvaṁ jahi vyathiṣṭhā yudhyasva jetāsi raṇe sapatnān. So here Krishna is explicitly naming some people. He says droṇaṁ ca, I think Droṇa, Bhīṣmaṁ cha, Bhīṣma, then Jayadrathaṁ cha, Jayadratha, karṇaṁ, Karṇa. So he has named 4 personalities: Droṇa, Bhīṣma, Jayadratha and Karṇa. And then he says, tathānyān api yodha-vīrān. And along with them, all the other great warriors who are there on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. What has happened? Mayā hatāṁs. I've already killed all of them. So what is Arjuna supposed to do? So here Krishna is instructing, tvaṁ jahi, you kill them. And vyathiṣṭhā, do not be disturbed, do not fear. And then he says, yudhyasva jetāsi raṇe sapatnān. He says, you just simply fight now, yudhyasva. And what are you supposed to do? Jetāsi raṇe sapatnān. You will conquer, you will surely conquer your enemies on the battlefield. You will vanquish all of them on this battlefield of Kurukshetra. So again a very nice shloka where Krishna, here he is giving credits to Arjuna for the act which he is going to do in the future. Before I get into that, here 3 names, Droṇa, Bhīṣma and Karṇa. These 3 names are already mentioned in shloka number 26 of this chapter. But why Jayadratha's name is there here? Now Jayadratha was not in the category of Bhīṣma, Droṇa and Karṇa. Bhīṣma, Droṇa and Karṇa, they were Maharathis, they were great fighters. Jayadratha was not as powerful as them. But here the name of Jayadratha comes because Jayadratha got a boon from Lord Shiva that he will be able to stop all the Pandavas at once. And this Arjuna knew. And so Arjuna was fearful from Jayadratha also. So here Krishna is naming all 4 of them and he's saying all the other great armies. Don't worry, I've killed all of them. There was one doubt which Arjuna had. In first chapter, anyways, he was dicing. Second chapter, he actually speaks, what uncertainty he has in his heart. In shloka number 6, in second chapter, he says, Na chaitad vidmaha kataranno gariyo yadva jayema yadiva no jayayuho. He is saying that I don't know what is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. Now it's very uncertain, thinking, will I be victorious or not? So here in this particular shloka, Krishna is giving him confidence that you will be victorious, don't worry. By saying this, that all of them, firstly these 4 personalities whom you fear from, all of them will be killed, all 4 will be killed, and along with that, all the other great warriors will be killed because I have already killed them. Now they are already killed. No, you need to just go and kill. It's like it's like a snake is killed already by the parents, and the child is given the stick, and the child goes and then he beats the dead snake and he says, "I killed the snake, I killed the snake." This is exactly the situation of Arjuna here. Already Krishna has done the things, whatever is needed, and now Arjuna is going to fight, and then finally all the celestial beings and everyone throughout all the planetary systems are going to glorify Arjuna, saying, "You did it." And this is what Krishna is doing. Krishna is giving the credit to his devotee. Here it's given that every plan is made by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he is so kind and merciful to his devotees that he wants to give the credit to his devotees who carry out his plan according to his desire. See, Krishna does all the planning. He has a plan for each and every one of us. There is no one in this world who can say that, no, I don't think Krishna has any plan for me. He has plan for everyone. But somehow in ignorance we think that no, Krishna is ignoring me, or I don't think Krishna has any plan for me. So whatever we are going through in our life, be it sad times, happy times or whatever, Krishna is actually taking us through a very, very nice setup so that we become prepared to become intense devotees and to go back home, back to Godhead. At every single instance, whatever is happening in our life is very nicely, precisely planned by Lord Sri Krishna. Precisely. Even if the worst of the worst thing is happening in our life, that is in the plan of Krishna. Why? So that we are trained very nicely. We are trained very nicely, we become strong within, and we become completely devoted to Krishna, we completely surrender to Krishna in that particular critical situation. But somehow, the ones who don't have the knowledge from Shastra, the ones who are not practicing bhakti, they keep cursing. That, oh, see, Lord has a plan and see his plan. I'm destroyed completely. So this is one statement, which atheistic people will make. But then the devotees, when they understand, oh, I'm in the critical situation, what am I supposed to do? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. When Draupadi Vastraharan was going on, so what was Draupadi saying? What is Krishna doing here? Because of, see, Krishna is not paying attention, my sari is just pulled by Dushasan. She was not saying that. She actually took, or actually she made that crisis into an opportunity. She converted the crisis into an opportunity to call out to Krishna very, very intensely, and she raised her arms and she called out for Krishna. And guess what happened? She became an intense devotee. She was anyways an intense devotee, but she intensified more. And since she called out with so much of great intensity, then Krishna provided the help. Krishna did the needful in that particular situation. So everything is planned by Krishna. So we have to be very, very conscious and cautious of our activities in our day-to-day life. We have to just understand that in every situation, be it happiness, when something goes very, very nicely and we have achieved something, the only thing that should happen, or the only thing that should come to our mind is, thank you, O Krishna, thank you, O Krishna. And we chant, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And when we are going through the toughest of the toughest phase of our life, what are we supposed to do? Call out to Krishna. Oh Krishna, please help. Please help me. And we chant, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So common thing is chanting. Common thing is remembering Krishna. Common thing is calling out for Krishna. And that is perfection of life. Many times people say that, I'm chanting now and you know what? I'm practicing devotional service and I got a job. I got my marriage fixed. I got a new house. I got a promotion. I got a new car. All because of the mercy of the Lord. Yes, this is the mercy, no doubt. But then the real mercy of the Lord is, we'll be able to remember Him all the time, especially in the critical situation. Then we can say, yes, I have achieved, I have got the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So plan of Krishna is there for everyone. The only thing that we need to understand is, the plan of Krishna is getting executed, let me just depend on Krishna now in this particular situation. Here it is said that life should therefore move in such a way that everyone acts in Krishna consciousness and understands the Supreme Personality of Godhead through the medium of a spiritual master. So at times, the mind will just throw googlies and when we are going through tough phase of life. So what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to approach our spiritual master and ask about the Supreme Personality of Godhead and His plans. Because a person who is elevated on the transcendental platform, he can see from a bird's eye view, he can see that what is going on in the life of the disciple. And he can tell, this is where you're going wrong, correct yourself and go in this direction. In this particular situation, don't worry, things will change. You just need to remember Krishna, chant the holy names of the Lord. So at times, when things are going very crazy in our life, we might go down in devotional service. So at that time, immediately we approach our superiors and we take their help and we come back again to the same intensity of devotional service. So important is we approach our spiritual master to understand about the Lord and His plans. This is a very, very important thing because at times we might not be able to understand Lord's plans. And finally here it is said, the plans of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are understood by His mercy, and the plans of devotees are as good as His plans. One should follow such plans and be victorious in the struggle for existence. How will we understand Krishna's plans? By Krishna's mercy. And Krishna's mercy is flowing through the spiritual master. So it's a very important thing to note that we cannot speculate and try to understand Krishna's plan. We will understand Krishna's plan only by Krishna's mercy, and that mercy flows through the spiritual master. This is what is a very important point to note. And here it is said very nicely, Prabhupada writes, one should follow such plans. One should execute. One should be in accordance with the plans of Krishna. And just by being in accordance with the plans of Krishna, what will happen? Naturally we will become victorious. Where? In the struggle for existence. We'll be able to break the cycle of birth and death and finish off all this nonsensical business of this world forever. And go back home, back to Godhead, to Vaikuntha, to Goloka Vrindavan, to live a very, very blissful life in association. Let me be very precise, in direct association of Lord Sri Krishna, along with all His different associates there. So in this way, in this particular shloka, it's very clear that Krishna has a plan. And what is Arjuna supposed to do? Arjuna is just supposed to execute that plan. And just remain nimitta matram, just remain an instrument in the hands of Krishna. Now Krishna has spoken these wonderful verses, 32, 33, 34. 3 verses Krishna has spoken. And now Sanjaya is going to come. Because Sanjaya is going to do the change of speaker. So Krishna was speaking, now Sanjaya is going to talk about the next speaker. Now Sanjaya is going to move the camera from Krishna to someone else. So let's see that in the next video. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.